Previously on Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. His eyes closed, and they never opened again. Death for the second time. Absolute, undeniable death. No matter how many more of Hina's tears splashed his face, there was no second miracle. Reality set in again. This isn't some stereotypical fantasy world. Tears can't restore a person's vitality.
Honestly.
You have no tears, do you? No blood in your veins, no calcium in your bones, no cum in your balls. At least you have your meat. Oh shit.
Stop talking.
You're just angry. Going out of its way to return just to leave us with those unnecessary dying words. Now this game has become exceedingly boring. He said, Yasuhiro, right?
Then perhaps.
Yasuhiro Hagakure. That is the only person he could have been referring to.
So in other words...
And with that, the case is solved. Oh, that was supposed to be a Byakuya thing. Assaulting people and even killing Taka and Hifumi. And that is going so far as to hide their bodies. A criminal that hides his face behind a mask and uses a bunch of giant wooden hammers. Is that what Hiro is?
What is this?
If it's true, I can't forgive him. No way I can ever forgive him. To kill two of our friends?
That's fine.
Anyway, it's about time we tracked down the culprit in our little life or death game here. Although, this time it's not all that life or death. The trial will conclude without much trouble.
Indeed.
Yes, it does look that way. It's going to begin again. We have to go through this one more time. I'm gonna celebrate, yeah. Alright, okay, I'll shut up. I have to accept it. I have no choice but to go through with this. To make sure everyone survives. I just have to do it. Investigate. First, I'd better check the Monokuma file. The victims were Hifumi Yamato and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head. It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon. That's it?
Very strange.
Yeah, it's pretty strange. We got way less information this time than before. But there's no problem. After all, the events of this case unfolded before our very eyes. We should know more about what happened than the Monokuma file could anyway. Maybe.
Well,
There's something else that's bothering me. Someone else has been missing for quite a while. Are you talking about Kiyoko?
perhaps.
Without a doubt, she has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. But what if the killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice? An accomplice? An accomplice? What are you doing here? Yeah, what is he doing here?
Monokuma!
Don't be rude. I'm here to answer your question. What question?
Yep.
You're talking about accomplices, right? Pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I? During the first class trial.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
Uh-huh.
So in other words, two people.
I swear,
can
most of this
together,
game is just like
but one of them
repeating
has
what
no
we already
chance of
know.
profiting from it.
How small of an attention span do you think we have?
Right?
Oh, hey, Mondo.
In other words,
So basically, you can become an accomplice if you want, but there's no gratification in it.
so then.
So you're saying nobody worked together this time either?
Hey!
Sorry, can't answer that. It would obstruct the free exchange of information between you guys. I just want to make sure you don't forget, no matter how much you might assist in a murder, only the one blackened can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing.
So in other words...
Then we only need to figure out who that one blackened is that did the killing, right? Just like normal?
Well,
Okay. Let me take this opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. In this class trial, what you need to determine is the one true blackened who devised the murder plot and put it into action. The true blackened, so just one person?
now.
That's enough for explainifying. Now it's time to the final battle between all of you and the blackened. Good luck out to all the contestants. So there can only be one blackened, an accomplice wouldn't benefit. Then I can't see why Kiyoko would be connected to this case after all. You may be right. If that's true, then Kiyoko, where are you? Scooby-Doo?
However,
As long as she's not connected to the case, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to the investigation.
Indeed.
I have absolutely no doubt that Hiro is responsible. But for the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue further information.
So,
You know, don't you think we should consider a certain someone as a suspect just in case? I talk about the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. What? I'm offended. Yeah. You, when did you... I've been looking all over you, Master. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found. Anyway, you there, milk sack swimmer girl. Milk sack?
You gotta be kidding!
Why do I gotta be a suspect?
What the heck?
Well, I mean, you are a serial killer. So what? I'm like a special guest suspect every time. I have an alibi, you know. She's right about that. When we heard Hifumi scream, she was with me. When the bodies disappeared, she was still lying unconscious in the equipment room. Plus, Taka's body aside, I can't imagine that any way she would have been able to move Hifumi's body.
Yep.
Besides, I calculate every move I make. I'm not gonna kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. They don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing.
What are you saying?
That's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about.
Let's see.
Hold another click. Should we post a guard for the bodies like before? We can't have them disappearing again.
So then.
Hina, I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina? Sure, I'd be totally useless on the investigation anyway.
It's all clear now.
Then that's that. Let's begin. This whole thing feels so strange. All but one of us has an alibi, so figuring out who did it should be obvious, right? But maybe it's just me, but I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as it seems, because it's a video game. Alright, let's just check out the bodies, I guess. Taka, he'll never move again. According to the Monokuma file, Taka died from a blow to the head, and not the good kind. We found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? And there's a sharp blade under his body. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? That way, there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved. Okay, cool. We got blue tarp. Let's look at Hifumi. Hifumi's big, cold body is laying on the floor. He is really big body. I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? From the nurse's office where he was discovered to here, the repository. All that way from the first floor to the third floor. All that, and all without anyone noticing it. How the hell? It's no good, I just don't get it. I can think about it later. For now, I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Oh, wait. Something's off about his body. Where am I getting this feeling? Something's different. Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. His glasses are clean. Oh. Yeah, his glasses are clean. That's it, his glasses. When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood. But now they're completely clean. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off? But who would do that, and why? Hifumi's glasses. Okay, what else we got around here? Nope, wrong thing. Yeah. The dolly? It's a dolly, it doesn't have a handle. I saw this in the art room before. I guess it's used to move statuses around. Or statues, sorry. It's kind of awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to use. But wait. Wasn't this in the equipment room before when we found Taka's body? And look at the wheel. There's a blood stain on it. So there's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. What's the explanation for that? Okie dokie. Moving along quite smoothly. Alright. Hina, what's up?
So,
Hey, Makoto, I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository.
hmm.
What's that? After Hifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together.
But
And when we came right to the repository to, look around. But when we got there, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside. It was locked? Yeah, we know this. We came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could have beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it, and why is it unlocked now? I wondered the same thing. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open, sorry. There might be some secret lurking in there, but I'll probably have to leave this area to figure it out. Alright, Sakura. There are many suspects to the incident this time. Too many suspects, to be honest. Aspects, not suspects. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened.
So then.
Would you like my help? I'm good. There are hammers of all different sizes hanging on the wall, although some are more like mallets. Mallets. Could the Justice Hammers have been designed using these as a model? Either way, all the hammers here have obviously been in a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Wait, for some reason, one hammer isn't dirty at all, and it's wet. Did someone wash it recently? Yeah, because I didn't ask for her help, because I feel like we know what's going on right now. They were killed using hammers, Justice Hammer, Hiro. Hiro's the main culprit. Pyaka, do you really think Hiro did it? I don't see how anyone else could think otherwise. I mean, Hiro's kind of dumb, don't you think? When the attacks and murders and disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi. And the last thing Hifumi said when he died, yeah, he said Hiro's name.
In other words,
There's no room to suspect anyone else. Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume? Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see. I mean, he is kind of dumb. I said that earlier. But do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere.
what?
And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case? Well, no, there are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies? Probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we wouldn't complete our investigation. But if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? Again, when it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron, is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is, why'd they bother killing two people?
What?
Because all the rule says is, if you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So, if you're the killer, your number one priority is not getting caught. But killing two people means more clues, more chances you'll get found out.
I see.
Hold on, perhaps. I see, so that's what that means. Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends. No, what's with the attitude, you fucking asshole? But you have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all. I'm going to go set up my second plan to make this more interesting. I'm going to find some extension cords to hang up their bodies. His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository. He talked as if he'd figured something out. But if he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was? Maybe. Alright, what else is around here? Is it just Sakura, I guess? Yeah.
So then.
Would you like my help? I mean, maybe? Yeah, let's look back on things. This morning, only 4 of us met up at the dining hall. Hina, Kiyoko, you, and myself. We waited for the others, but nobody showed up, so we decided to look for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search. As soon as we split up, and soon after we split up, Kiyoko disappeared. After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor, then quickly came and got you and me. Oh shit. According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour. In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her, meaning just after 7 o'clock. Based on the pictures Celeste took, we discovered her attacker and was dressed in a strange costume. It was Robo-Justice. It also became clear that this Robo-Justice had dragged Hifumi away. After meeting up with Toko and Byakuya, we began searching for the costume's assailant. We found an injured Hifumi in the library on the 2nd floor. We took him down to the nurse's office on the 1st floor, then resumed our search. I have a cold, I think. But not long after leaving the nurse's office. Blah blah blah, we saw this before. Based on Celeste's claims, we went back up to the 2nd floor, where we split up and began searching. Then, right after that, Celeste screamed. This time, she had apparently seen the suspect on the 3rd floor. Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way to the 3rd floor. Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream. Okay, yeah, we saw this before. And then, This is a recap of everything we've done, or at least I've done today. This is definitely going to be multiple parts. Huh? What was that? Well, it came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back. At that point, we decided to split up into two groups. Celestina and I went back to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, you, Byakuya, and Toko pursued the suspect up on the 3rd floor. And when we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi's corpse, which is also when we heard the body discovery announcement play. I left Celeste and Hina alone and headed back to the 3rd floor to tell the others what happened.
However,
But at the same time, we had discovered Taka's body in the equipment room, which means Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered right around the same time. Because I remember hearing the body discovery announcement play right after finding Taka. And that's when I showed up and told you and Byakuya and Hifumi that Hifumi had been killed, right? Then you, me, and Byakuya all headed back to the nurse's room, leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. But as soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who just arrived to tell us something very unusual. Hifumi's body has disappeared. We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover that his corpse was in fact gone. Then we remembered we had abandoned the unconscious Koko and rushed back to the equipment room. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something? This time, Taka's body had disappeared. So from there, we began our search for both of the missing bodies. And after some time, Celeste told us she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository. And there we rediscovered the two bodies that had apparently vanished. Where the fuck did she go? And that brings us up to now.
however,
Looking back, things have certainly been very active. If you want to look back at that case again, just let me know. I'm fine anytime. But we still can't leave. Why can't I leave? There's only one way out of this. One way in and out of this room, through the door that Hina said was locked before. Oh, shit. There's definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from the inside of the repository. I don't see any way to lock it from the art room. The door can only be locked from inside the repository, which makes me wonder. Hina and Sakura confirmed that the door was locked after we started looking for the missing bodies. And the door is designed so that it can only be locked from inside the repository. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. But Hina claims that there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository, so that certain someone... Oh, sick. There's got to be a clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check somewhere else. There are some places I already know about. First, the nurse's office, where Hifumi was found, then the equipment room, where Taka was found. Well, I think the the equipment room is closer. Because it's on the same floor. I have to cut out all my sniffling. Okie dokie. Blood on the ground. There's some kind of tire marks going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room. That reminds me about the dolly in the repository. There was blood on its tire. Could that blood have come from here? Which could mean that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly, sorry. Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that would definitely have been possible. But even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor. Even with the dolly, there's no way to get up on the 3rd floor. That's still a total mystery. Justice Hammer 4, the weapon that was used to kill Taka. The body was moved, but the murder weapon was just left here. Okay. Got some tarps, I guess. This tarp. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before, and just recently too. Yeah, it's under Taka. I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away. I'm super pissed I missed such an ultimately rare event. Okay, that's disturbing. Alright, let's just go to the... I guess if that's everything in here, let's go to the nurse's office, because that's what he mentioned before. Nurse's office. Hello. What are you investigating, Celeste? I'm not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I am simply going around seeing if Hiro might be hiding somewhere. What about you? Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. It's everyday Friday things. The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body.
Let's see.
Hifumi was moved, eh? When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Yes.
Correct.
indeed.
Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. That's suspicious. And when you got back, the body was gone? We could not have gone for more than a minute or two, though. Yeah, Hina said the same thing. So then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time?
Indeed.
It would seem so. To carry off someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple of minutes is... I can't think of it as anything less than impossible. Okie dokie. Hammer. Justice Hammer 3, the one that was used to kill Hifumi. Someone moved the body but left the weapon behind. Okay. Oh, shit. Trash can. Or is that a fridge? Oh, a fridge. A refrigerator. I wonder if there's anything to drink inside. I'm so thirsty. Ha ha ha. After everything I've been through, I'm totally parched. Maybe just a quick peek. There's a bunch of blood packets in here for blood transfusions, I guess. Doesn't help me though, I'm not a vampire. Justice Hammer 3, the one that was used to kill Hifumi. Someone moved the body but left the weapon behind. Okay. Oh, trash can. It's just a normal trash can. Oh wait, there's something inside. It's too small to be a handkerchief. It's a glasses cleaning cloth. It looks like a condom wrapper. It's got some kind of cartoon character on it. Ah, but it's also covered in blood.
Oh.
Huh, did you find something? Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash can.
Huh?
A cleaning cloth. And it's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe some blood. But who would need to do something like that? I haven't the slightest idea. Yeah, me neither, but I think it might be important. Well, I mean, Hifumi's glasses were clear, so... Were clean, so I don't know. So this is where you were. I've been looking for you. You have? That's so sweet. I wanted to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. What? You should go to Hiro's room. Oh, and let me give you this. This is the note Hiro wrote to get us all to meet up, right? You remember well. Well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable, so it left an impression.
It's all clear now.
Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap. What is? Things grow ever more exciting. What are you talking about? I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation.
Bye.
This game would be half as long as if people would just tell us what's going on. So we said to go to Hiro's room, but what's waiting for me there? The door is unlocked. I guess I can go inside. Byakuya did say to go look. It might not be a great idea, but I'm gonna take the plunge. Oh shit, condoms. Nice. This is Hiro's room. There's all kinds of weird stuff in here. Where did he even get it all from? More importantly, he still hasn't turned up. Which means he can't really complain if I don't get his permission to search his room, right? Yeah, sure, that's how that works. I think there's something in the cardboard box. It's blueprints for something and some things made of, it looks like cardboard, plastic, and plaster. Is this robot justice? And it's in Hiro's room. But wait, these blueprints have the arms been like this. It looks like something like a 10-year-old would draw up. He's like, I want it to look just like this. Okay, what else is around here? Bed. It's a normal bed, pretty much just like the one in my room. Okay. Okay, I soundlessly checked the bathroom. There's nothing in here. It's pretty grungy, though. How does the bathroom even get this dirty? Probably from all the sex Hiro has. Makoto, big news, big news!
What's wrong?
We found Kyoko!
What? Is she okay? Where is she?
Wait, I wasn't done. There's more big news.
Just a second.
Robo Justice showed up too.
Robo Justice.
It's Hiro wearing the costume.
Okay.
Anyway, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the second floor.
To think Hiro and Kiyoko would turn up at the same time. Anyway, I have to head to the pool. I ran to the second floor as fast as I could. Do. There's all my friends. Kiyoko and... Yo, man, I had the worst day. Hiro? Fucking what? Hiro? Yeah, dude, who else would I be? That's a good question. Huh? Why do I look like this? Why did someone come along and remodel me while I was sleeping? Was it the Illuminati? Hiro's kinda dumb. Alright, let's talk to Kiyoko, I guess.
Right.
I found Hiro. He was jammed in the pool locker room. It looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and woke him up.
Don't be mean.
I still can't believe you kicked me. You could have been a little more gentle about it. Like, I don't know, caress my face or something.
What?
That's creepy. Anyway, Kiyoko, where have you been all this time? Just disappeared all of a sudden without a trace. I was masturbating.
Wow.
Oh, okay. There was something I had to check up on. What do you mean? Never mind. I can't never mind. I want to know. Never mind.
Hey.
Okay. More importantly, she says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know people think she might be spying for the mastermind?
And?
First of all, Hiro, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that.
I mean,
Well, I mean, I have no idea. 1 second I was asleep. I don't even know how that happened. Then when I woke up, and there I was. And then I was here, sorry. I don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me just to look at you.
Huh?
Well, I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help?
Why would you make something you can't take off by yourself?
I didn't make the stupid friggin' thing.
It would seem.
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him. Took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hiro out of the suit. It took a few minutes, but eventually we all got the pieces off. Phew, free at last. Yo.
Isn't it kinda weird how perfectly the suit fits Hiro?
So then.
More to the point, nobody but Hiro would be able to wear that costume.
Wait, what? Hold on a sec.
Honestly.
Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room as well.
Is that okay?
In other words, it is obvious to everyone that you made this costume.
That's true. I saw the blueprints myself. Yeah, me too.
Could it be?
Then it's obvious. The one who put the costume on and went around attacking everyone
That's terrible.
was Hiro. Shall we tie him up and gag him?
What the
Just
fuck?
the worst.
Good idea. We wouldn't want him killing anyone else.
To tie me up. Kinky. Hold on, guys. I think that's going a little far.
That's right.
He may be a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment.
Yeah,
I mean, attacking blueprints? I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
What the heck?
You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them.
please.
What? Killed who? I have no idea who you're talking about. There must be a fake hero running around.
What are you saying?
You're the only one who can wear this costume. So who else could possibly be that costume attacker?
What the heck?
How do you guys know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on for yourself before you convict me.
Okay.
Fine, if you're gonna be a jerk about it, I will.
Without missing a bit. Missing a bit? I don't think that's how that phrase goes. Isn't it missing a beat? Hina started putting on the Robo Justice costume.
Huh. See? Look. See how loose it is? I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you
Yeah.
got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
And Not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems
Oh.
like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either
How does
way,
that jacket
now we
stay
know
on
for
him?
Sure, right?
It's just around his shoulders.
It seems pretty clear that nobody but Hiro could have fit into this dumb costume.
In a huff, Hino took the suit back off again.
Well, now you're all out of excuses.
No, see, it's 'cause you're a girl. If it was another guy, then... Makoto, go ahead. Okay. Against my will, I picked up the pieces off the floor and tried putting them on. It's no good. The arms are too long. There's no way I could wear this.
Second.
See, I told you it was impossible. You're absolutely right. It seems this costume was made to fit Hiro's body exactly.
But
And there's another costume. They must have been one that looks exactly the same, but it fits them.
Honestly.
If you insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
what the heck?
Evidence?
You claim there's another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us.
What the heck?
Just the worst.
Who cares? The only one without an alibi is during this whole thing. Hero's the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway.
That's terrible.
Which is how we know it was him.
What?
I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Could someone tell me? Ooh. Okay.
What the heck?
If you don't tell me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I figured it out. That someone's been killed, right? Hey, Makoto, who was it? Well, 2 people were killed, Taka and Hifumi. What? 2 people? Yo, that's wild.
Why are you freaking out? You did it.
I did not.
Huh?
Wait, hold on. If those 2 people are the ones that were killed,
How about that?
that's it. I know who did it.
So then.
You may as well tell us then.
Hmm.
Taka and Hifumi were fighting over alter ego, right?
I'm at least 30%
Which means alter
right.
ego and her Chihiro must have done it.
Correct.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Please.
Huh? Unfortunate.
What the heck?
Stop trying to trick us. Just admit that you did it, okay?
I'm telling you, you got it all wrong.
Oh.
I know
so
that
bad.
note. Note.
Um.
Last night someone slipped a weird note on my door. And here's what it said. Found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. The last thing I remember is going to the rec room, then for some reason I fell asleep.
Hey.
The real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just the worst.
Not a chance.
So.
No, hold on. He could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that. Huh? What? Really?
I told you, someone's trying to set me up. A secret passage, a chance to escape, someone wrote all that to trick me.
Even if that's true, you must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you.
Well, after being trapped here so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? Yo, they preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me.
Don't
Oh
be
shit, I missed
mean.
that. Oops.
Well, you should buy it.
Or, I still don't buy it. Well, you should buy it.
Just a second.
Okay, then show us that note.
With pleasure, I have it right here in my, pocket.
No
It looks
way.
like I lost it. Silly me.
Yeah, sure.
But please, you gotta believe me, I want her to fly.
As I said before, if you wanted us to believe you, you must provide evidence. Can you show us the note? I have no particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us a reason.
What the heck, for serious? Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins.
Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did it.
Do we though? Seems a little too easy.
Why? Why did you kill them? Tell us, Hiro.
It was funny. No, it's like I said.
just the worst.
Was it really to get the money Monokuma offered us? Yeah, that must be it. You must be totally broke, and that's why... Wait, that's a false accusation. Someone help me.
What are you saying?
Just be thankful we haven't bound and gagged you. If you have time to yell and carry on, you have time to search for evidence, right? Ah, you're right. I need to look for the second suit on that note. Feet, don't fail me now. Oh, shit, I lost my feet. I guess I'd better get back to guard duty. I was gonna ask Toko or Genocide Jack to switch with me. But if she and Sakura got into a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Well, bye. One by one, everyone peeled away. Makoto, do you have a second? Oh. I want you to help me with the investigation.
It would seem...
It looks like we got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground. Sure, I don't mind helping, but Sure, I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Later, when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
No, fuck you. To reject me so simply. Anyway, I need your help. You don't mind, do you? Okay.
Shall we go?
Thanks. Now then, shall we?
Hey.
So, Makoto, first I'd like to examine the corpses. Examine the corpses? I can't believe I'm hearing that from a girl at the same age as me.
Correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than the living.
Hey.
That's because they're dead and they can't speak. Wouldn't you agree? How am I supposed to answer? Anyway, we have to hurry before the class trial begins again. Yeah, you're right. Okay then, let me show you where the bodies are. There, in the repository. Then I guess I should head that way for now. Alright, where's the repository? This way? Is it not this way? Oh, it's on the third floor, right. Third floor. This way. Bida-bida. Hifumi and Taka. For a moment, Kiyoko seemed to go rigid, but only for a moment.
So then.
Well then, let's get started. She crouched down next to Taka and without hesitation began poking and prodding the bodies.
I knew it.
The Monokuma file was right. They were killed using similar weapons. Her movements were so smooth. She was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little bit more comfortable. I just examine the bodies again. The biggest problem we have right now is how the killer was able to move Hifumi's massive corpse from the nurse's office where he was discovered here to here, the repository. All the way from the first floor to the third, and all without anyone noticing it. I just can't see how that's possible. Further, it seems that Hifumi died from a blow to the head. He was most likely killed using Justice Hammer 3, which we found in the nurse's office, but... when we found the body in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood. But now they're spotless. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses clean? But who would do that, and why? Okay. Taka was killed by a blow to the head. He must have been struck with Justice Hammer 4, which was laying on the floor in the equipment room. And there's a tarp laid out under his body. The killer must have used it to move Taka's body. That way it wouldn't leave any bloodstains. It was moved.
I see.
Makoto, I found something. You did! You remember the wristwatch Taka always wore on his left hand? You did?
Whew.
Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? Dude, I'm not staring at other people's wrists. No, that's not it. Anyway, so you said he had a watch.
So then.
Take a look. It's broken. You can see the hands aren't moving, right? It's most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. And if you notice, the hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock. So that would mean the watch was broken sometime just after 6.
That's right.
But last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken. Hey, you! How long were you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
In other words.
So if it worked at 10 last night, it couldn't have been broken at 6 p.m. Meaning it must have happened at 6 this morning. Broken wristwatch has been added to the truth bulletin. Oh.
However,
I didn't realize I wasn't saying that. And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. He appears to be gripping something. You're right, there's something white in there. Takata, can you try and pry it out? Me!
because
Rigor mortis has already set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labor, right? Okay. Well, he's dead, so I mean, how tight could his grip could be? As much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. The ice-cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop breathing. After some effort, I was finally able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. A piece of paper?
hey,
Was that all he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. Just a little scrap of paper. Doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it?
is that right?
I wondered about that. Kiyoko then turned to Hifumi's body.
So then,
Let's check Hifumi's body now. Perhaps he's left us a few clues on his own. Okay. I think I already did. Biggest problem I have right now, yeah. Okay. So, did you find anything?
Indeed.
I did. More than I expected, to be honest. Look at this. A wad of paper?
that's right.
Hifumi had it hidden on him. It's hentai. Hidden?
Indeed.
He'd stuffed it in his pants. Ew. So I can only assume he'd hidden it on purpose, you see? It's in his pants? Wait, so you...
Why is that?
It was just his pants, not like his socks or something. Or his, his ass. I don't know what that means.
Hey,
Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, Makoto, open it up. So wait, was it in his pockets or did she just like reach into his pants? That's fucking weird. When I think about how it was stuffed down his pants, it's like, ew, it's really fucking sweaty. It better be important, Fumi, or I'll never forgive you for this. A note. I found a hole. Maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
so
That sounds very familiar. That's it. It's the same thing Hiro said when he was telling the truth.
however,
Although it's not exactly the same, is it?
Um.
Last night someone slipped a weird note under my door. Here's what it said. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else. For now, let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. The time is different. Hiro told us that the note said to meet at 1 a.m. But the note they wrote to Hifumi asked him to meet at 6 a.m.
is that right?
Hold on. Just because Hifumi had that note doesn't mean it was meant for him. Huh?
So,
Part of it had to be torn off, right? I think there's likely some meaning there. I mean, Taka. There's some meaning to part of it being ripped Taka. Could you maybe explain? Oh my fucking gosh. Could you maybe explain it a little more? Think carefully,
Hey.
you dumb fuck. Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly? I have no idea.
so then,
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? And how could something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer.
hey,
And while we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. The two victims this time definitely had their e-handbooks on them. So the handbooks have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Not that there was any reason to think they were connected to the killings in the first place. So you're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time, right?
is that right?
If you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone on my way to mention it. All I said was that they weren't used to help carry out the murders. There may come a point, however, where a handbook may play a role. Handbook may play a role? I don't think I understand. But if Kiyoko thinks it's important, I better keep it in mind. Okay, time for the class trial. Man, this was a long one.
Are
Like the...
everyone, please meet?
Yeah, shut up.
It would seem.
It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. You'll have to figure out the rest yourself and come to the proper conclusion. Yeah, you're right.
Shall we go?
Well, we'd better get going. Okay. Damn, I gave fucking Hifumi my chips. Ugh, that's so lame. Hey guys, everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation and they were gathered by the red door. And as soon as we were all there, holy shit,
Hello.
he's multiplied!
Wrong.
Nope, not multiplication. It just looks that way because of an illusion. I'm moving so fast that it only looks like I'm multiplied. Can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma?
Whew.
Can we just get on the elevator already?
Boy,
You're not playing along.
stop talking.
We're not here to play with you. We're here to play with each other and ourselves.
Okay, fine.
Hey, hey!
Then if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the paint train or the elevator. See you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we?
Please.
Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, Hiro. You're gonna pay for your sins.
What the heck?
I told you already, I didn't do it, for serious.
That reminds me, did you ever find the other costume or the note? Well, no, but how unfortunate. Then it would seem we have our culprit.
Hey,
This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the classroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's head down there first. Then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive, and for the two that lost their lives. Okay, why are they showing us pictures like we know who died? The one that killed Hifumi and Taka, the one who killed two of our friends. The killer is someone right here. Yeah, no shit. Next time on Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. Let's do it. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. I began to walk toward the elevator. Once everyone was aboard,